the wins of your carries. Why? Just trying to push away Xnova top. The dual breath hurts. It is not fun to go up against these Jakiros, especially when it's dual breath, liquid fire, and then level 3 you're going second level in the dual breath, and you're just dealing with that damage over time constantly.
And TBs get reflection early on, so like the chip damage, you need to be careful about like not buying Orb of Venom when you're playing against TB, something that some pro players tend to forget from time to time. I think the Kel lane is this bottom lane, definitely the lane to look out for, because this is where the first blood is going to happen. If it doesn't, I'm just gonna say I was trolling, I was baiting, but looks like it's gonna happen there on bottom lane.
I'm kind of nervous for Xnova. I think luckily for him, there's only a Mango and a Clarity left on this Jakiro. Sooner or later, he's gonna run out of breath.
Oh man, mid lane is getting dumpstered. Nothing to say. 11-4 against 6-3. Promise, not having a good time.
And there's that first blood coming up bottom. You know, if you were able to gamble on where first blood would happen, Lacoste's advice would have been right.
That would have been great. And yeah, I mean, these are two beefy boys, so they needed to play this lane a bit slower, because RNG pushed it out and they got more XP, so they were afraid of like them getting level 2 and then started playing aggressively. But fighting XinQ Treant, who's level 3 right now, oh man, this is gonna
be even worse.
Be impossible.
So hard. Ooh, Xnova might burn out. Ooh, top. Y is trying so hard. There it is. The dual breath lands, but Chalice kills off Ame while leaving Y to kill off Xnova, or at least try to. He doesn't even succeed in doing that.
Extra regen from the tower and armor keeping him alive there. To go back to bottom lane, like Monkey, level 1 Jingu gives you a false sense of how strong you are, where you like go in, you're like, wow, I'm gonna trade. Well, no, you're not. You're playing into Twin Protector with 2 points in Leech Seed, who is going to out-regen whatever damage you deal.
It is not an exciting time, that's for sure. I'm a little surprised at the Ame death 1v1 against this Mars, because they had pushed Xnova, and Xnova and Y were doing their own thing. Not really a death I was expecting too much.
Yeah, not sure what happened. You baited me when you said Xnova. I instantly start following him. I see Ame with 10 stick charges, so maybe he did not pop it there.
I baited myself. He still has 10 charges on that stick, but it could be new charges. Who knows? XinQ going level 2 in the Leech Seed for his level 3 pick. And it's actually been a little bit tougher here for LGD. Downless Strike, Leech Seed trying to keep Faith Beyond alive, and a little bit of Centaur help. And that's actually going to benefit RNG as they get the kill on Faith Beyond. They got the extra experience. They pushed themselves to 4 before LGD could get there, and it ends up that they get the kill over bottom.
This is why this team is called RNG, because they get random help from Gaben. Gaben using a Centaur Conqueror to drop a stun on Treant Protector.
Do you think that Gaben has the ability to overlook lobbies and just add that RNG flavor?
I hope not. I mean, they have the technology and it's their own game. But yeah, never happened, never will happen. Kill on the top lane, Chalice and Xnova managed to grab a kill on Y. Ame might need to bail out of this lane right now, but like, he's doing good in terms of CS 2023, also getting some solo XP for now, so yeah, he's gonna be in jungle very soon. Mars about to hit level 6. Yeah, it's gotta become harder for him.
You don't want to be there for the arena, that's for sure. You die again, your game gets slowed even longer. Soundness has actually recovered quite nicely. He's even now with nothing to say. He was down 6-7 CS.
I want to see rotation once OD picks up the Meme Hammer. it's a bit delayed. Like usually you get it earlier, but yeah, he did not have a good time first couple of waves. So any kind of rotation, Disruptor or Monkey King should do the trick. Bottom lane.
Yeah, Faith Beyond a little forward again, but they do have Y coming over. We got the XinQ, the dual breath hit both of them. The balance strike is out, so Felix will heal a little bit, but he still ends up dead, and they are going to kill off God King. So with the rotation, they do get 2 kills down here, and they put some pressure onto this tower with the catapult coming through.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
500 still 5, but yeah, I'm not sure if they want to defend this. They will cut down the trees, scout things out. XinQ's like, who's TPing? It's Monkey.
Is under attack.
I mean, there's great synergy. Monkey with the Quelling Blade, he can grief. He can cut down his own trees.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Stun himself.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Cosplay Alchemist. Bad one.
Tower is under attack.
My Alchemist.
Radiant's bottom
I'm
tower
on my team, not me playing it, obviously. God King though off that death goes top, and they're going to take the tower in the top lane. They know they sent Ame back to the jungle, so there is no way for him to really defend this, and they knew that the refugee was bottom, so they do trade towers. Not the worst move
top tower
from RNG at all.
Also, the score is incorrect. It says 2-0 for RNG. It's not. Maybe we know some, like maybe the players know that they're gonna win this one. Sort of like production, please put 2-0. We're gonna win this one. RNG, they have a good draft. Like they've been slowed down a little bit in terms of farming, especially for the God King. As you mentioned, Samus is catching up on a mid lane. Meteor Hammer is done. The first usage was there. Like Razor, not the easiest kill to get smoke from both of them, but X-Noah will break the smoke and die.
He's got the kinetic field down, and it won't matter. It's actually a different field, the plasma field that comes through. They're trying to land the Meteor Hammer and drop down the sanities, but nothing to say. Still survives for a second longer. Not gonna turn into anything more on the Somnus. Chalice gets hit for a second, though the spear pushes Faith Beyond away.
Faith Beyond came to mid lane after taking down the bottom tower. Ravage is online, but he is very low on mana.
There's not enough mana there to throw a Ravage at him. They found him, and I think they cut his tree. He is cosplaying that Alchemist right now, like you said, and Faith Beyond will get the kill. And this is
XinQ, he bought Quelling Blade as like his 8-minute item. After he couldn't find Monkey King, he's like, you know what, I'm investing this gold. It's not that much. I'll get the value back.
And then he got the value back right there. One kill, kind of in the value. Ooh, level 7 XinQ on the Treant means he's got the overgrowth.
Wrong way. I'm not an expert, but yeah, this is not his base.
No, all their base does not belong to God King, and well, Somnus.
Where's that from? All your base belong to us. Is that StarCraft or Warcraft?
It is neither of those. It is actually a game called Zero Wing.
Bounty.
Oh, well, look at us. It's telling people that we use cheats in some of these games. Goddamn cheaters. DB on Mars.
Radiant structures are
Path
fortified.
coming through, and well, they're gonna go to the static link and try to get the kill next. Over the balance strike comes out onto Y. They throw the Ravage. It lands on the Somnus. The spear hit though. Nothing to say. So now Somnus, he won't be able to walk away from the plasma field, but nothing to say. Oh, one shot. Primal Spring down on the nothing to say, and will get the kill. On the other side, Faith Beyond and XinQ are gonna look to maybe get a trade here on the Felix. Loses his broom handle on the courier.
Bottom tower is under attack.
And there's the glimpse back in the end of the chase on that one. But to go back to your point, it was a cheat, I believe, in StarCraft. The original line, all your base belongs to us, is from Zero Wing, as Felix does eventually die to Ame rotating over.
Yeah, Ame gets an easy one, a solo kill pretty much. Dragonlance done on Ame. He also bought Ring of Bassi. Sometimes we see just a casual Sage Mask. They have that mana. Sometimes we see a full Falcon Blade, but you need some kind of mana to spam out your illusions. They also don't have greatest ways to deal with the illusions. Even early on, there's not much spell damage that they control on the illusion, so the lanes are always going to be pretty much pushed out. Different game for God King this time around. He doesn't have anything pretty much at this point. Last game he had an 11-minute Battle Fury plus 1 and Boots of Speed. Now he has just Perseverance. I mean, he does have Power Tread, so that's an extra 1,000 gold, but still, Battle Fury timing is going to be heavily delayed.
Yeah, that Orb of Corrosion as well, but that's a little bit of a backup plan for him. Back Spear lands, that's the easy setup, and even Wild will die.
I want to go and show what Phantom Assassin was doing. She is using the courier, the jump between the camps, so that's like value you get, so you don't have to like provide vision, especially like during the night. It's a good thing to do. Anything that has some kind of jump value, no problem. Chat, thanks for the tip, is appreciated.
Chat, they're in the realms of 12k MMR, as we all know. That's why, you know, I raised that MMR up, because I'm always in chat.
Yeah, chat was like average 13k, and then you joined, and suddenly the chat is for 12k. Got it?
Oh man, it would be lower than that. But, you know, talking about this game, because RNG score's not right. It just say 2-0 up on the board, but it is just 1-0 RNG. That first game looked so easy, so clean for them, and right now, just not the same story. Like you said, it's not the quick Battle Fury here for God King, and it's a much better game from Nothing to Say, that's for sure. And even though I say that, like, it feels like a much better game for him, he's still bottom of the core network, which is kind of crazy to me.
He had a really good start, but they managed to kill him twice. Glimpse back, Xnova. Oh, good save. Xnova will live.
It was possible.
Yeah, he's gonna survive this one while Felix dies again to Ame. He's got a Quelling Blade. He's spotting out this monkey.
Yeah, and we'll pop meta and get another one on Felix. Chalice has that Blink Dagger. They want a big kill. They do not want Y.
They might have to just get this constellation and be okay with it.
You see Chalice and Xnova completely ignoring Y. They're like, well, we want better. Like, we don't want you. We don't want to participate in this bloodbath. And they don't find anything. So far, Ame only died once. He's level 12, staying on top of the net worth. Phantom Assassin struggling. It's gonna be post 15-minute Battle Fury. And this time around, she's not gonna be as comfortable coming into the fight. Like, next item definitely needs to be a BKB. They do have like ways of dealing with her, even with the BKB. Overgrowth goes through Magic Community. But yeah, she still needs to be able to deal damage and defend herself against Ravage, against the Jakiro spells, like even Sunder.
They're still looking to pressure. They want to constantly go after Ame, and they're trying to use Felix to get them that information. And there's the Blink as well as the Arena. They've got the Spear, and Y again might be the sacrifice here. But the Blink Ravage coming through, and it is out on the floor. They only got the Rukons down. Another thing comes over. They get a quick kill on Asamis. The Spear lands on a Nothing to Say. They end up trading Y. Felix trying to keep himself alive. They've got a kinetic field down that does lock up facing up. They throw the guts. They've got the plasma field. They'll take out a second. So 2 quick ones there for LGD as they land a 4-man Ravage coming out from Faith Beyond.
That Blink Dagger really paying off. They even saw Monkey King using ulti, but since it's a position for Monkey, they don't care. They just stay inside and decide to take a fight. Like, what RNG wanted was to get Ame. Did not manage to do it. Ame, very slippery, very speedy with his Yasha.
And Yasha Dragonlance, and it was about 1,600 gold away from that BKB. It's gonna be a big timing for them because you have nothing to say. It's just about to finish that BKB, and then Ame, who is getting there. So that being said, this could be an interesting moment if RNG do stick it and go for Roche, knowing that there's no Ravage, no Overgrowth. There's not that lockdown that LGD need to really get this and stop RNG from doing it. But the illusions have been the things that are making them a little bit too scared of even trying to take this. What is Faith on doing?
Big time for PSG.LGD is going to be BKB on TV. They have BKB on Razor. Blink Dagger Treant Protector is going to come up in 300 gold unless he dies. TV wants Arena.
Arena Spear, they'll get the kill. It doesn't really take a lot of gold out of the pocket of XinQ, but it does slow down the Blink Dagger a little bit. Faithbeyond is like oddly sitting in these little corners by the stairs.
Felix got a lot of gold from kills, and now he has Orchid. So that's going to be another way of like silencing people. It's going to give them a better pick-off potential. Third place still doesn't have a BKB. Needs like 400 gold, but Ame understands something fishy's going on. TP's back to tier 2 tower and will continue to farm the triangle.
Yeah, it's either he smelt it down bottom from what RNG are doing, or it was Faith Beyond that smelled fishy. But okay, so you know, LGD have themselves a little bit of a slight lead at the moment, but that being said, Somnus, Blink, Meteor Hammer, Midas, they've set up to go for this smoke, go for Roche once again. And will they be deterred by illusions
this time around? Ame might send one illusion. Tower on the mid lane, however, is full HP. Nothing to say, has Invis that is going to run out.
Like
Let's see if they know. X-Noah, good position from him. Sitting on the high ground.
He used the blink.
Yeah, he blinked. He tried to get on the edge, and he did get on the edge of the pit. He just wasn't able to throw a Ravage out or anything because of the glimpse.
Good glimpse. I said good positioning from Disruptor, and he was. He set up a vision. He saw him approaching, and this time around, RNG will get the first Roche. OD will pick it up. He'll decide to go back for hand of Midas to be able to scale, get a bit more XP. Like his talents are okay. I don't think his talents are like insanely good, but I don't mind OD Midas. One of the few ones that feels okay to have.
Speaking of talents, would you be shocked if they just removed him from the game completely?
Because where do you get these ideas? Why would we remove talents? It's one of the best things that happens.
Dire's top tower is under
attack. Some of the talents definitely need more balance, and we need some fresh ideas. For example, if we look at the Razor's talent tree, 9 agility, 14 strength, dex. Like this is just like very dull. We need something cool.
Yeah, I think they should be unique to the hero. More unique to the hero.
Yes, for sure.
Not like straight baseline stats.
Like you get 200 HP on level 15, you get 400 mana. It's something that needs to change. Like I think, for example, like this game, I think Monkey has like very good talents.
Dire's
Choose
middle
like which
tower
path
is
you want to
under
go
attack.
for. I think that's what we need to have a bit like a bit of a mix where you can choose a bit of a play this
Overgrowth on it too. Challenge really getting linked. They dropped down the static zone. They've got the Ravage to back it up. They're gonna try to go for Somnus. Sanity's scared on XinQ. And it's moving. Don, nothing to say, comes back, and nothing to say. They only got 73 from the static link.
Oh, what a bait.
Look at that. XinQ makes Somnus turn around, and Somnus does end up falling.
Great bait from XinQ. First he blinks in, uses the overgrowth, held them in place, and then OD tries to use sanities, does not get a kill, and he comes back. So like one Astral would kill him, but he's not in range. He turns around instead of like TPing out immediately. Like XinQ is just on a different level.
What a bounty!
He just knows the exact ranges to mess with everybody. Say going refresher, which we've seen a lot from these razors. Also Faith Beyond, I think he's finished off the Ags. That should be getting delivered soon.
That Ags is just insanely good. Like AoE minus armor. Let's say you hit an overgrowth and reflection with just gush, it's ton of damage. He was thinking about getting a BKB second item to protect himself against disruptor. He has one in the quick buy right now, which I think is the correct choice. If you're wondering like, why does Tide need a BKB? Like, you can't kill him. He has this Kraken shell. It's about the static storm, him coming to the fight and also not caring about the arcane orb. So he can stand his ground and just survive, but mostly the static storm. XinQ on the bottom lane, providing some deep vision with the freshly placed observer ward. This hero is so elusive. Like, I like his animation also in this game, not deciding to go for like Meteor Hammer or anything, just to be more annoying, especially with the Blink Dagger. And he didn't have points in Living Armor at all. He was really playing for the lane, Nature's Wrath and Leech Seed.
Right. And now he's going for this shard to follow it up. That Nature's Guise become invis. You get that root. That'll help a little bit with the lockdown. I agree with you. I love this Tidehunter Ags. It's not fair though, because I've liked it for a long time. I used to get called trash for building it. It just feels so good. Like it's such a good Ag.
It's one of the better Ags in the game. We said it already like 3 times so far, and
I heard it in my head.
And we're only on game 2, but it definitely is. Like, he also synergizes well with the talents, plus 10 gush slow, 10%, and also the gush damage on top of that. So good choice, I would say. Game slowed down a little bit. We didn't see any big fights coming out.
Yeah, nothing too crazy right now. XinQ top spotting the PA, who's also going for Ags. That Ags is middle of the pack for me. Maybe not the best Ags in the game. I just can't say it.
Phantom Assassin Ags
is a great conductor.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's that good here. I mean, having a dispel mechanic is great against like Tidehunter Gush, against Electric Hero, even Overgrowth. So I guess that's why. Like, the other thing that players love to do when they play against Treant Protector is get an anti-slam. They're like, well, we're not investing into BKB. We do not want to use a charge every single time I get Overgrowth on top of me.
Here we go. Smoke out from LGD. 5-man smoke. You got 2 heroes top though. The one closest to them is the PA. Ooh, what's this Courier coming out with?
He knows something is up.
Courier coming out with nothing. Probably just going to the secret shop to finish off the ads. And gets the gold. Spear, Arena, Static Storm stepping over to the side to pull the Ravage, continue the lockdown out on the Chalice. The Overlord comes in, and now he'll end up dead. It's only Chalice that dies with a TP out from X-Nova, and it does cost them Ravage, Overgrowth. They do go to the Eye of the Storm, but that's not that long of a cooldown.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, Chalice overextended a little bit. There was no real follow-up on the Treant Protector with the Arena, and also he was a bit late with the BKB. I mean, he can't get out of that. That's also the difference, because he will save the Overgrowth, and if you pop a BKB, he will use it after. This is a big kill if they can get it.
Try to get a damage, the crit! So quickly. And now the Faith go for the damage out on the Felix to finish off the Monkey King.
Oh, they're not done.
But back in RNG. Hammer, I don't believe landed or it got purged off via the Kraken shell. Either way, they're still going to get the kill on a Faith Beyond.
Oh man, it's Noah holding that glimpse and uses it on Terrorblade immediately. They also did not take this fight. They got surprised how well they did. Like big crits, God King, and also a bit of a cleave as well on top of that, dealing damage. I believe it was Razor behind, and now they take the tower. Aghanim's is done, so there will be that dispel mechanic that we talked about, and like her abilities also refresh when she gets the kill.
This is all of a sudden TA late game.
We still haven't seen Amit. These 2 kills were pretty much from the laning stage. Amit hit level 20. Conjure image duration, so the lane is going to be even easier for him to push out. Going into MKB, like this is the item that he doesn't like want to buy. He would definitely buy a different item if he was playing against different carry. But yeah, in this situation, it's kind of a must.
Oh, Dagger. Okay. They're out on nothing to say. X-Nova taken out by said player.
X-Nova gets the Observer Ward and pays with his life. Well worth it. It's... Oh, they don't know. Like, Roche could potentially be up.
Minute 25 for it to be back up. Balance strike to start it off. Stifling Dagger again thrown out on nothing to say. That Gush does land on the Chalice, so Blink will go on cooldown for a couple of seconds. It's back up, obviously, and you're going to start to pressure the tier 2 mid. They do take it pretty quickly if Ame stands his ground, but it's a little bit dangerous for him to do so, especially up by himself.
Chalice picked up the shard, so Pure Mars 2 targets.
Ooh.
Possibly, if you can hit it. There's a full Hanson OD. He went all in. Like, this is very risky build considering what you're playing into. There's still no BKB. It's one of those, like, either he looks really bad or he looks like the best player type of a build.
Midas does feel like it could pay off in dividends, though. Got the arena goes to spear that comes out onto the Jakiro. Meanwhile, on the other side of the fight, with the BKB being hopped around the horn, they're trying to get these kills here. The Sand is going to be dropped on the Hunter, but Felix as well as Y drop in the support area of this fight, and well, a 2-for-1 for RNG with 10 seconds till Roche.
Now we've seen this Aghanim Scepter from Phantom Assassin doing miracles against Treant Protector. She gets held in place by Overgrowth, instantly dispels it, and yeah, needs a little bit of damage. Like, Tidehunter is okay, they locked onto a target. Like, Felix is extremely strong. He is playing this also XinQ type of a style, I would say, where he deals damage. He's level 18, got a lot of farm on the side lanes, has a BKB plus Orchid, so he can jump on a target and try to lock it down. That means no BKBs, no refresher on Razor, no meta. I want to see RNG do something. I want to see them go inside a pit and try to make it happen, try to force out the fight.
And we'll see what they can do if they can force that fight. And now, especially with Roche up, we'll see who can get the advantage of the Aegis, of the Shard. If you had to choose one person, who would it be to get the Shard from this next Roche?
Phantom Assassin. Definitely the best one.
And of Knives.
Yeah, Phantom Knives, the old Warcraft 3 ability. Just super strong. This is pure damage for whatever reason. At 16% of max HP, you can do the math in Terrorblade, who has 3,000 HP, that's 500 damage. AoE. On him, but yeah, the rest is not gonna take that much damage. Not as thanks 2 spears.
It's the kebab on the 2 heroes that they needed it on most. Felix goes to the Wukon's command, and now they're gonna blink and go to the Ravage. That's gonna land on a 2 with BKB pop by Felix. Now X-Nova, he's dead immediately. BKB on nothing to say. You've got Faith Beyond pushing in into Somnus. They get the kill on a Y. And then get the static going down to Chalice. Sanity drop beat beyond dead again. The buyback comes down from Y. It has the stun from doing nothing to say as well as Ame. The spear lands.
Thunder gets
It on the field. They're not going to go after God King. God King gets the kill on XinQ. Stifling dagger to slow up Ame. They bought back on this Treant. They still want to go for Roche. This is very tough. They have buyback available on both the heroes dead, one on each side from both these teams, but don't use it just yet. And they go back into the pit.
Chalice is bringing 4 healing cells on Courier. We'll pop one. He wants to take this fight. He understood if I go back, it's not going to be as good.
That was the refresher used there by Nothing to Say to get the static on both the Island Storm. They've got the static link down, and they'll get the kill on a Chalice. Chalice going to be there for 77 seconds. Leaves the Roche potentially open. Fields is going to try and prime with the Christmas. They need to be ready to throw the ice cap down on it. That's going to
Can he get it? Doesn't get anything.
They kill Somnus. He'll take out another duo of heroes here on RNG. LGD come out with the Aegis and now with the Shark. Comes back on the Terrorblade, but X-Nova, he might still just be dead. Gush lands, that kills him up. They'll catch up and kill him.
Oh man, I know it says 1K gold lead for PSG.LGD, but this is one type of fight that swings it one way.
Radiant structures are fireproof.
Radiant's middle tower is
rough.
under attack.
Did Felix pick up the shard? Did Phantom Assassin buy out on the Phantom
Radiant's
Knives?
middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks are under
Yeah,
attack.
TB picked up the shard. He got everything because he definitely
Yeah,
didn't buy
He
the shard.
wouldn't buy it for the
Middle
Demon
barracks
Seal.
have fallen.
Looking to hold out, but you've already lost a mid-set of racks. This happened so fast, especially with the upgrade. They've got the rid of the Ame might be next. He's broken. He's on the run. He sunders again. This time on a God King. And will use the Demon Seal and just right-click him down. The Demon Seal, the shard, proving to feel so good on this hero, and he'll continue to go. He doesn't have Sunder for 29 seconds. They land the spear. They'll get the kill. That's the Aegis. But when he comes back alive, he will have that Demon Seal, but I don't think he's going to have the damage. They've got the Static Storm right in front of him, and they'll get the kill with the help of the Phantom Knives. Somnus getting credit for it and taking out Ame twice.
Yeah, I mean, at what cost? This was a good fight. If Phantom Assassin did not have to buy back, like this Lotus Orb needs to come a bit earlier on PA so that, like, Terrorblade, like you talked about, the Demon Seal, I don't know why this icon looks like Batman or a cat. Not sure what that is. It's supposed to be like some screaming Terrorblade, but definitely doesn't look like it. At least it's not my first thought. Yeah, Lotus Orb definitely needs to come out. And Phantom Assassin will hit level 25
Dire's middle tower
in the next 30 seconds.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, gonna get that level 25. Could go to the triple stifling dagger.
Middle tower.
Like, they have ways of protecting her. I think they're like, because you can't sunder through the BKB, but once the BKB is down, there should have been an asshole Phantom Assassin. Like, you need to be careful.
They were thinking about it. They go to the BKBs, but they've got the overgrowth. They've rooted up the Phantom Assassin. The Phantom Assassin needs to ball back in the last exchange.
Oh, God.
Down, but goes over to the side, into the Gush, and they'll get the kill. They'll take out God King. They look over at Chalice. They'll drop down the arena, but the Ravage comes out. And down goes Chalice. Fields is next. And that is 3 heroes dead without the Terrorblade even being involved.
They will run down, man. They will run down, man. Terrorblade has him. Yeah, we can see the drawings on the minimap. Big mistake from Phantom Assassin. She used the blur before coming into this fight, and she did not have it to dispel the overgrowth. Not sure, like, I don't know what the plan was. Taking a tier 2 tower against Chain Protector, so it's gonna be tricky. Like, didn't have that much damage to take down the towers, like, even at this point. So yeah, 70 seconds without Phantom Assassin. Ravage is not online, but Terrorblade will take care of the business.
Buyback on Chalice. Yeah, the blur just at the wrong time, and well, when it's not song 2, nobody really listens, so the blur didn't really help, and they end up getting the kill. And 57 seconds to get this done. They'll go for the first hero score, then the second. They have the Hex. They're trying to wrap around. They got themselves here. Finally, set across. He's gonna die. Though these heroes were strong enough to beat up everybody else the last time, and why? With a triple kill to close out game number 2. One apiece in this grand final.